Hello, everyone. Good day. This is Carla with today's inspiration. Again, encouraging you to live your life on purpose. Yesterday, I spoke about the importance of not allowing distractions to draw us away from living our life on purpose, or for walking on our journey, or for doing the will of God. I spoke about how important it is not to put people on pedestals so that when they fall, and they will, that they would not hurt us. We would not be disappointed. I spoke about praying for our leaders, our preachers, our teachers, our government. I spoke about all of that. Right now, I want to speak to those who are in position of leadership, those who are in a position of um, being a good role model, those who are in a position of influence. Years ago, I used to be the staff advisor for the student government where I worked when I lived in New Orleans. And one thing I told them, I would train the leaders, the president, the board, the vice president, all of the officers. And one thing I told them, often I told them this, is that you are now in a position of leadership. You cannot live like you are just a student body. Now, what I meant was that they were in a position where they had to be above, not above people, but where they were in a place where they could not be accused of certain things. They now, although the students could be their friends, but now they're in a leadership position. They're being looked to lead, not to mingle or not to become just another student. They were now in a position that they had to be above reproach. The Bible also speaks about being involved with things that look sinful. Even if you're not doing the sin or doing the wrong thing, don't put yourself in a position where it looks like you may be. If it doesn't look good, if it's not a good situation, remove yourself. And that's how it goes for Christians, and especially those in Christian leadership. You are to be above reproach. Now notice I did not say perfect, because again, as I said yesterday, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we do still sin. We should be sinning less than we used to before we became saved, but we're human and we do make mistakes. But we should not continue in those mistakes. We should strive to turn away from that. We should strive to do better. You cannot. Okay, it's one thing to be in a leadership position, but you cannot hang with certain people that you used to hang with, because you appear. It's the appearance of evil. It's okay if you're talking to them and trying to lead them to Christ, or trying to lead them to a better life, or trying to help them. That's one thing. But it's quite another if you're sitting there and you're doing the same thing. The Bible tells us to come out from among them, meaning those who are living a sinful life. You cannot remain the same once you're changed. That don't make sense. If you're changed, you're not the same. You have to come out. You have to do your best to come out. You have to have a desire to come out from what you were in. Now, granted, and I totally stand behind this. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes there's still addictions. Everything don't change right away. And sometimes we need help. There's nothing wrong with going to counseling or some kind of training or doing whatever we need to do to get the help to make us a stronger, better person. There's nothing wrong with having a coach or a counselor or a psychiatrist or a psychologist or whomever who can help us. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that you don't need help. but you go to a place, you pray, you be prayerful about it, and you get the help that you need, because you need to not do those things that look sinful, those